Today, we're going to talk about turning AI into your creative partner. And this is especially for those people in your life who, look at new tech and just see a wall, not a tool. I call this whole thing the Sparky Effect.
So let's start with the question I hear all the time. Is AI just a glorified Google? You type in a question, you get an answer. And yeah, it seems simple, but looking at it that way misses the magic entirely.
And this isn't just some abstract idea. This is exactly what my father-in-law thought when I was over at his house installing a printer the other day. He just figured, it's for facts, for figures, but I knew if I wanted to get him genuinely excited about this stuff, I had to show him something a little more, startling. And see, this really gets to the core of the problem. Most people see AI as just functional. It gets facts, it answers questions. It's useful, sure, but it's not inspiring. The big shift happens when you start seeing AI as a creative partner, something that generates ideas, tells stories, and can even be social. That's where the magic is.
So to bridge that gap, I kind of developed this little method I call the Sparky Effect. It's a really simple 3-step journey to unlock the creative side of AI and show literally anyone, no matter how skeptical they are, that this is something they can actually have fun with. The whole process is incredibly straightforward. First, we spark a story. Then we bring that story to life with some visuals and sound. And for the grand finale, we turn it into music. Let's dive into step 1. Okay, step 1 is all about that creative spark. And the really crucial shift here is moving away from asking for facts and just diving straight into creating fiction. This is the moment you start to change their whole perception of what AI can actually do.
So instead of asking some boring question, I opened up ChatGPT and together with my father-in-law, we came up with this completely wild prompt. A story about a car engine named Sparky who all of a sudden becomes self-aware and starts demanding a maintenance budget as payment for all his hard work.
And we just used the basic free version of ChatGPT. And get this, in about 5 seconds, it spit out a full, original, and genuinely funny story. I could literally see my father-in-law lean in. This wasn't some recycled fact from the internet. This was a brand new idea created right there in front of him.
Now, the story was a great start, but text on a screen is just one dimension. To really hook someone who finds tech kind of abstract, you have to bring it to life. So step 2 is all about making it sensory. Making it visual and audible. The first easy win was right there inside the app itself. We just used the little voice feature on the ChatGPT mobile app to have the AI read the story it had just written out loud. And instantly, our character Sparky had a voice, and the story just felt so much more real. But we didn't stop there. We took that script and dropped it into an AI video tool called HeyGen. And suddenly, our story wasn't just text or audio anymore, it was a full-on narrated animation, with Sparky the engine actually arguing with his owner, Sammy. And this is what I call the game-changer moment. For someone who thinks technology is too complex, seeing a concept they helped create, a silly idea about a talking engine, turn into a professional-looking video is just absolutely mind-blowing. It completely removes the barrier and makes them part of the creation.
Okay, now for the final step. This is the one that makes the whole experience completely unforgettable. We're going to turn our little story into a song. For this, we used a tool called Suno, which is designed specifically for AI music generation. The prompt was so simple. We just asked it to write a song based on Sparky's story and his demands for a maintenance budget.
And within about a minute, we were listening to this unbelievably catchy 1950s-style doo-wop song about our talking engine. It was hilarious, completely unexpected, and just the perfect, fun way to wrap up our little creative project.
So we've walked through all the steps, but the real question is, why does this work so well? You see, the Sparky Effect isn't really about the technology at all. It's about connection. This process works because it taps into something totally universal, storytelling. It makes abstract tech tangible by giving it a voice and a face. It turns what could be a solitary activity into a collaborative one. And maybe most importantly, it transforms someone from just a passive consumer into an active creator.
By the time we were listening to our Sparky doo-wop song, my father-in-law wasn't just passively using tech. He was buzzing with excitement, grabbing his phone to send the link to the video and the song to his friends and family, wanting to show them what we had created together.
Ultimately, this is the key. Tools that let you visualize and tell stories are the ultimate bridge over the fear of new technology. They turn something that's intimidating into something that's playful and collaborative. You see, AI doesn't have to be some cold, functional tool. It can be a way to create memories, to share a laugh, and to connect with the people you care about. So the only question left is, what story will you create first?